Hello, Neil here. If you're wondering why the video is titled What's on My Mind number 2, let me explain. I have a lot of things on my mind other than ranting, so I decided to make a video series which lets me speak my mind of everything I desire. And that includes the ranting. So number 2 means episode 2. In episode 2 I'm not going to talk about one thing, I'm going to talk about a few things. I think 2 or 3 things, I forgot. Look at the description bar. So let's get started. If you got any questions, comment and I'll answer. Let's start with M.U.G.E.N teams. M.U.G.E.N teams, as you may already know, is teams created by M.U.G.E.N users in which they fight other teams created by the lists. Team Judge-Beer is one of the Team Judge-Beer and Team Berryson, from what I know, is one of the most famous ones. Judge-Beer being more famous than Berryson. Sorry, Berryson. Anyway, personal thoughts that you should do with your teams: make custom AI. If you know coding, programming, and I think you know it well than I do, because I just can't play M.U.G.E.N, you should do the following. Open the data file of your character that's on your team and modify its AI so it behaves like you do. Doing so will make an even more believable fight, so the end result can be more, fairer, because M.U.G.E.N has yet to have internet connection. If you do this, the fight will be even more believable, and I'll be more happy with the results. You know what? Speaking of M.U.G.E.N teams, I have yet to see Judge-Beer versus Neil-K-Mic. It's either I haven't seen it yet, or I just skipped it. I haven't searched much. I don't know. So you two should start modifying your AIs if you're gonna fight against each other. And Neil-K-Mic, I'm afraid of you because you are a demon with Tetsu, literally. And I'm afraid you're gonna destroy Judge-Beer with Tetsu. So still, make the characters act like you do when you play them. No mercy. Okay, that's the end of first part. Now here comes the second part. Tokyo Xtreme Racer. That's a name that you haven't heard of if you are like Gran Turismo, Project Gotham Racing, Need for Speed, which is the most famous. Well, Tokyo Xtreme Racer is also a street racing series, but it's like the name says, takes place in Japan, Tokyo, or Tokyo, Japan, or other cities, whatever. The series the first two games first started on the DC. Then the prequel of the first game, Tokyo Xtreme Racer 0, appears on the PS2. And the sequel to number 2, Tokyo Xtreme Racer 3, appears on the PS2 as well. And from what I heard, that was the final Tokyo Xtreme Racer game until Tokyo Xtreme Racer Drift. That's a different series, by the way. Drift is a different series. And from what I heard as well, or confirmed by the way, is the Tokyo Xtreme Racer game on the Xbox 360. But I have yet to know why they have titled that Import Tuner Challenge. Yes, the name of the Tokyo Xtreme Racer game on the Xbox 360 is Import Tuner Challenge. Now, here's something that really pisses me off about that. But if I understand right, it's over. You can fight over 100 rivals. What the fuck? 100 rivals? The Xbox 360 motherboard, hard drive, whatever, is gigantic. You should make at least 1,500 rivals, not a measly 100. Wuss. Sis. That's why the two companies that make the PS2 games, Tokyo Xtreme Racer 0 and number 3, are better. Ubisoft almost killed it. I have never played it, but the lack of rivals almost kills it, because this just isn't a lot of replayability. Oh, whatever. I'm talking about a game I haven't played yet. You tell me in the comments. So what I'm gonna rant about now is Tokyo Xtreme Racer 3 and about one thing: the rival introductions. Yes, there are rival introductions when you play the game, but there are no rival introductions at all when you challenge them on a one-on-one fight with no traffic at all. Go to the rivals menu, select a rival, press the X, press the area, select stage, and start racing. If there is no introduction, there's almost no energy or no motivation to beat your rival. After you finish the game and you got a bunch of new cars and cash, you are almost tempted to race previous enemies that you have raced before with even better cars than last time. Although there's a keep garage feature after you defeat rival number 600. I like this. I like rebattling the rivals again better because it just seems more, awesomer than starting all over again. Funabashi Hooligan was a pain in the ass. Even though he was a weak rival to defeat, he was a hard to get one. Anyway, if there is no introduction, there's almost no motivation to beat your car. And when you get new cars and new things, you kind of want to, I'll say it again, race all the rivals. And you want a motivation to test new cars and settings on these rivals. You need motivation in order to do some things. And if there's almost no motivation, it's like a chore. Most people don't like chores. So if it feels more like a motivation or like a hobby or whatever, it feels better than a chore. If you know what I mean. So that's the only rant about Tokyo Xtreme Racer 3, and I really almost forgot. In Wikipedia, like I said, of whatever most fans said it, the game had the most surprising twist that Honda and Acura are not on the game at all. Those two companies, it has made a huge impact on both games because you can race on the Civic, you can race on the NSX, which seems to be a popular choice in Tokyo Xtreme Racer 0, and the absence of those two companies is almost part of a surprising twist, really. And because of that, some of the rival stories seems a bit more unbelievable, especially Crazy Train of Windstars, which says that he has been driving his dead brother's car his dead brother's car because of a fatal disease. In Tokyo Xtreme Racer 0, it was a Lancer. In Tokyo Xtreme Racer 3, it's a Nissan Z. What the hell? It's supposed to be the same car. You didn't switch cars and the story is still the same. What the hell? Whatever. You get my point. Anyway, I really do hope they remake Tokyo Xtreme Racer 3 again for the PS2. This time, with every single rival from every single game, Tokyo Xtreme Racer 1, 2, 0, and 3 as well. And also, bring back rival number 400 of Tokyo Xtreme Racer 0. And also, the old game engine. I like the game engine of Tokyo Xtreme Racer 0, even more better than the one on number 3. That's because of the extremely unbelievable and unrealistic acceleration you get on number 0. And speaking of that, I'm gonna wait a moment, I'm thinking right now. Alright, I finished thinking. So anyway, that's the end of the second episode. That's on my mind right now. And once I got more things to talk about, I'll post more videos on YouTube. Thanks for spending time in this video. This one's good as the other one. Just hope.